We said ethics is about why. Josh.
Because I've had it.
We said.
Coming back to the same point.
Josh, you said.
Ethics and morals are different.
You said.
Yes.
Ethics is about why things are right or why things are wrong.
Yeah.
Inventing a camera means it could be why this is right, why this is wrong. Is that what you're saying? It's covered in ethics.
That's not quite what I'm saying. So when you have an ethical system, right, it's like, what do you prize?
Tell me about the camera.
Hold on.
Does ethics cover that? Inventing a camera?
For example, well, it kind of does.
Like what? How?
And that's what I'm trying to explain.
Okay, we're going to all listen now and see whether we understand
different ethical systems, right? Like in America, we value freedom of speech, right? It's like we don't have speaker's corner because every place is speaker's corner, right? So we value freedom of speech. That's within our ethics. And because we value freedom of speech, right, we have basically the consequences of that ethical system. So we have essentially a moral system, a system of social norms, where you can't just tell people to shut up, right? We have a system of social norms where it's like, even if this person has a perspective that I massively disagree with, it's like I have to let them have that, right? We're very anti-censorship as a moral system because of our ethical system of valuing freedom of speech. This is the difference between ethics and values, right? So in communist systems, like when you see their ethical system, right, they value censorship because their ideas are bad, and the way bad ideas survive is that they have to have censorship, right? They have to stop criticism. So in a communist society, they don't have the ethic of freedom of speech, right? And that erodes their value of human freedom, and that erodes their value of human life, right? Because you basically have a system that, by its ethical system...
Could you bring your mic? Hashim needs something. No. Your own microphone.
Carry on, I'm listening.
Okay. So in the ethical system of communism, right, it is driving down everyone's quality of life, and it's driving down people's ability to innovate, right? This is actually a thing in the Soviet Union. Like there was a guy, the Gulag Archipelago talks about this. It relates this story. So there was a guy who was the main plumber in Moscow, right? Tried telling someone like he was the specialist in his field, absolutely the top-notch guy, knew everything about it, been working it for decades. Told Stalin all the pipes are about to bust, and if you don't fix them right now and spend this much money on it, this is non-negotiable, like the city's going to fall apart, right? So they sent him to a gulag because that type of honesty and that type of productivity is actually not valued in the ethical system of communism. They just want censorship, right? They want someone to tell them things are all right? So they put someone in that guy's place who told Stalin everything was okay, and then everything would fall apart, so they sent that guy to the gulag, right? So this is the ethical system of communism playing out, right? The laws are the moral system. So the act of actually sending the guy to the gulag, that's the moral system. But the ethical system behind it of being okay with lying, right? That is the problem there. That creates a moral system outside of it. So that's why I'm asking about the ethical system.
Now answer my question. All this background information was irrelevant. Answer my question.
Okay. What was your question? Can you please restate?
Do you not remember my question?
No. I've been on a spiel for like 5 minutes now.
Because you've been just doing what? Answering a question I never asked.
He went from Kristen to Peckham Rye via Edinburgh.
Yeah. So now here, I talk to you about how does inventing this camera become a subject of ethics.
Yeah, I just answered that question.
And ethics was to deal with why something is right or wrong.
Right. So the ethical system, like someone that values invention, right? So like in America, we like capitalism, right?
Are you going to explain again for another 5 minutes?
Yeah, apparently.
No. So be concise. No. If you haven't learned about concision or conciseness in speech, this is the time to actually demonstrate that.
I have to keep on re-educating.
No.
On this,
it's not educating you. I'm educating you how to be concise. So demonstrate yourself.
Sorry,
you know how to summarize your statement in 1 minute. Go on.
So,
summarize your statement in 1 minute.
Because there is an
otherwise, I can teach you that
system,
if you don't know that.
I very much doubt your ability to teach at this point. So there's an ethical system, especially on ethics, man. This is so ridiculous. Like,
did you study ethics in university?
No. Why do I need to? Like, one of us can actually competently talk about ethics and the other one can't. You've been avoiding the question this entire time.
What's his Christian ethic? I want to know that. What's Christian ethics?
Okay, so let's go back again. Ethics even covers inventing a camera. Does it cover backbiting?
So again, how does it cover a camera, right?
You explained. Don't have to explain again. So does it cover backbiting?
So, and again...
No, I don't want you to tell me about camera. I've listened to you for 5 minutes.
All right. So again, the question is, why is backbiting bad?
No, I'm not asking about why this is bad inventing. You explained why camera inventing camera.
Yes,
Josh,
an ethical system generates
in an ethical system, whether you invent camera or not, it's covered. Backbiting. Does it get covered in ethics?
Does it?
I'm asking you, Josh.
Right.
You are the ones
No.
who are in the
But
teaching.
I've been asking you for the ethical basis of your belief
No,
system.
I am going to give you. I want to know whether you understand ethics, first of all.
Clearly I do.
Right.
I've been
Is
talking about it for
backbiting
quite a
part
bit.
of ethics?
No, you've been talking.
No. So
doesn't
why
mean you
makes
understand.
backbiting non-ethical?
You're not answering this question.
Did you hear
That
my
is the
question, Josh?
No, because you were asking
Is
a moral
ethics
question.
covered in backbiting?
You are asking-
Backbiting covered in ethics?
You are asking a moral question. You're not asking an ethical question. An ethical question is why is backbiting wrong?
Look, I am going to ask you again. Backbiting, I didn't say backbiting is okay, not okay. Because ethics covers it, why something is right or why something is wrong.
Why?
So,
Yes.
so if somebody says backbiting is okay, I'm going to ask you, why is it okay?
Yes.
If somebody says backbiting is wrong, I'm going to ask, why is it wrong?
Yes.
So now, does ethics cover backbiting as a subject?
Ethics can cover.
Can cover. Well
But that's
done.
not necessary.
Well done.
Right,
It took
right.
so long for
But
you
it
to
doesn't
grasp at
necessary-
that.
Are you a politician?
Good. It took so long to grasp
It
that.
took so long
no,
for me
no.
to grasp
well
that. I've
done.
had to explain this
well
4
done.
times
No,
to
no,
you.
no. You kept repeating yourself.
Yes,
So well
'cause I
done.
had to.
No, well done for grasping it so long. It took you so long to grasp it.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I have a much higher
Okay.
command of the
Excuse me.
subject than you
Is
do.
backbiting part of ethics?
Yes.
Yes. How long did it take him?
He's
Less than a
wrong.
second.
Less than a second.
He's wrong.
Oh, now you're telling me he's wrong.
All right, then,
Okay.
all right then. Here's a question for you. Slander is that part of ethics?
What is it ethical? Is the question?
No.
No, it's a part of ethics.
No, no.
Is it part
No,
of ethics?
that is
That's
a
ethics.
moral question. So whether or not slander is
No
wrong is a
wonder, no
moral
wonder.
question.
Sometimes we
The
find
question
very
is
difficult
why
to speak English.
it's wrong.
Listen,
You can't
if,
conflate the two.
if the Quran talks about why slander is wrong, is it covered in ethics or morality?
If it's talking about why, that is an ethical statement.
Do I have to repeat myself? I just told you.
Right.
If
so I have been questioning what is
listen,
let's
listen.
just quote an ethical
Josh,
statement from the Quran.
Josh, if
The fact that it's taking you this long
Josh,
to quote an ethical
Josh,
statement from the Quran
stay,
is kind of
stay away
underlining my
about,
hypothesis
stay away
that there
from,
isn't one.
stay away from personal.
This takes like 5
right?
seconds. I
Listen,
can go to a Buddhist and
now,
give an ethical statement in a minute.
If the Quran talks about why slander is wrong, would that be covered in ethics?
That would be an ethical statement, yes.
Right.
Which is what I've been asking for.
Right. So do you know why Quran considers slander is wrong?
I've been asking for that.
Do
Please
you
tell
know
me.
why?
Please tell me.
Do you have you read it?
Please tell me. Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
Show me the ayah where you've read about slander.
Okay, no, I'm asking you, why is it
You've read
why is
it.
wrong?
You've read it.
And my take from it
You've
is that
read
it
it.
lacks an ethical basis. And my take from it is that it lacks an ethical basis. This is actually, Al-Ghazali talks about this because he basically has to
In which
deny-
book?
Because he basically has
Which
to
book?
because he basically has to
In
deny
which
reality
book? In which
to
book?
make the system work.
In which book?
He denies objective morality.
In which book?
He says that Allah,
Which
in order to be all powerful, could command evil
In which book?
and make it good. Because he needs to be all
In
powerful.
which book?
Well, question is all
How many times have I asked this question? Loads of times.
What it
Which
looks
book?
like
Which
is that
book?
He's learned the name
Which
of a
book?
scholar, Al-Ghazali.
Thank you, brother. Which
Right.
book?
Am I wrong?
Which book?
Am I wrong?
Which book?
Am I wrong?
Josh,
Am I wrong?
I'm going to depart, leaving that discussion from a
Well,
clown.
you kind of need
a
to
clown,
because
a
I'm
clown.
proving you wrong.
I don't speak to clowns, so I'm going to ask you one final time, and I apologize for calling you a
I
clown.
might be a clown.
I apologize for calling him a clown.
Right?
Which book have you read?
I'm asking if I'm wrong.
Thank you very much. There you go, my brothers. Save your